Hey everyone, welcome back to more drafts in Midnight Hunt. We're just going to get right to it. I've enjoyed this draft format. I'm not sure if it's just because it came off the tail end, it came after Adventures of the Forgotten Realms, which while I enjoyed the existence of that set, it was not a good draft format. I'm not sure if that's why I enjoy this or if it's actually like really good, but whatever the case, I enjoy it. Rite of Harmony. So while I do like picking rares, this is a card where you need to have a lot of lands and then play a lot of cheap creatures, and I'm not really down for that. Um, Meanwhile, and like it's competing with Ominous Roost and Hound Tamer, which are both really amazing cards, I feel. So like this is a great mana sink later on while being a good creature, and this has won me games, and if it works amazingly. It makes cards like Secrets of the Key and Otherworldly Gaze actually good. Not to mention, people will pass me back Dissipate. You shouldn't. Dissipate's an amazing card, but people will give me back Dissipate on the back, which absurd, but it happens. So I'm gonna go with good old blue. That's one thing. Blue is the best color, it seems, and people aren't picking up on that, which is what's making this very easy for me, I guess. But yeah, a lot of good blue cards. I'm happy going blue. There's some decent white, and of course Hound Tamer, which I'm gonna miss. Alright. Phantom Carriage or Scab Wrangler. I think I'm gonna go with a Phantom Carriage here. Let me look at the other cards. Lunarch Veteran's pretty nice, especially with Ominous Roost. I don't want to force it too much. Phantom Carriage, like 6 mana 4/4 flyer. Sometimes that big 4/4 flyer is good enough, and then it works with Flashback and Disturb cards, like both, whether we're going with Rootcoil Creeper Flashback or whether we're going with Blue-White Disturb. It helps with both. Rootcoil Creeper is pretty good. Like, any mana of any color is awesome, but I could be going blue-white, I could be going blue-green, I could be going blue-black as far as I know. Phantom Carriage just works good with this deck, even without any Fiends. We'll probably get a Secrets of the Key background or a Larder Zombie. I'm happy with both. But yeah, we're going blue while we still can. Alright. Yep, it's time for us to either pick a color, so either we grab Borrowed Time or Silver Bolt. I think that's really the only two. Ecstatic Awakener is not bad, but Borrowed Time's just like an absolute kill spell. We've only seen one rare and one uncommon taken, so not really too much of signals. Borrowed Time's good because it exiles creatures and gets rid of them. Silver Bolt's good because I don't have to be any specific color. Like I could be blue green or blue red, and it's still a removal spell. I'm gonna go with Borrowed Time, though. It's just the stronger of the two cards, slightly cheaper. Yeah. Silver Bolt is not bad in blue because it allows you to just hold up the 3 mana very safely. So that is a consideration. But I think... yeah, I've convinced myself into Silver Bolt. How's it going? I think we're going mono... well, we're not going mono blue. I think this time we'll grab the Rootcoil Creeper. Works good. The Flashback triggers work well with Ominous Roost. And it's just like a 2-mana 2/2. It's a bear in the first place. And then it has the ability, like, if we get Shadow Beast Sighting, this card is going to be huge as acting as basically 2 additional 4/4s, as well as getting one of those 4/4s out early. This is an amazing card. Eccentric Farmer is also nice, but we're going to start with the Rootcoil Creeper here. Alright, so now we need some Flashback. So Dryad's Revival looks pretty great. Silverbolt also looks good. I'm going to go with the Dryad's Revival because it's a Flashback card that also helps us get back any good value engine, like a Phantom Carriage or something like that. Pestilent Wolf's not bad at all. Silverbolt's also amazing. Maybe I do go Silverbolt so I can hold up the 3 mana. Like, blue-green loves holding up 3 mana. Silverbolt's great in blue-green. Pestilent Wolf's also just a good 2-drop. Just basically a bear when you need it. This is the stronger card, and it allows me to go into deeper late game. These are the more consistent cards. Alright. Okay, so by the way, I got some cool arts recently, so this is a beautiful card, but it's just Candlegrove Witch. Defend the Celeste is pretty nice, but another Phantom Carriage just lean deep into this Flashback trigger deck. Also give us a top-end finisher of just a 4/4 flyer, so we just fly over our opponents with massive creatures. That sounds like what I want to be doing. So I'm going to confirm this Phantom Carriage. Also, it shows that this is pick 6, and we have 3 uncommons in this pick 6. Blue and green are very open, followed by black-white. So, like, these are monocolored cards that are still around in pack 6. There had to be some insane commons for that to happen. What? This card wins games. And black is a good color. How are you still here? I'm putting you on the sideboard in case black is open. Like, I'll be blue-black. I'm happy to be blue-black. Here, Eccentric Farmer is just a good 3-drop. Draw Near to Amalgam. It just doesn't always... It's just like a big body that doesn't really justify its... how much it costs, how much you have to expend into it. It's usually just, like, used to stop fiends on the ground. And if I'm going to stop fiends, I'd rather stop them in the air. So, and this one also, like, I could swing in with this and not get blocked without having to pay 3 mana for it. So, and Eccentric Farmer is great. That's, really, I just need to see Eccentric Farmer is great, and that justifies it. Alright. Secrets of the Key, Otherworldly Gaze. Otherworldly Gaze does help set me up. Secrets of the Key allows me to go into super late game territory. And it's something that I could just throw out with Phantom Carriage and not be concerned. It is very expensive, but allows... Yeah, I'm going to go with Secrets of the Key first. No, I'm going on Otherworldly Gaze. I'm going to see if I can actually make this deck work. And the reason I did that is because we have a Secrets of the Key coming right behind it. Alright. Well, we're going to see if this deck is a secret bomb. Bat Whisper in case black ends up being open. Tapping at the Window, I'll grab, but I don't think we're going to be playing. It's sorcery speed, It is a flashback card, but that's really the advantage of it. Alright. Catilda Dawnheart Prime. So this is great if we were green-white humans, which was kind of offered to us, but not really here. Ew. So, Lunarch Veteran says... So, okay, so first of all, the uncommons and rares. Not playable for us. Not very good. Underperforms every time I've tried it. Not in our colors. It's a good card if you can get the colors for Catilda, but if I'm going to do that, first I'm going to pick the Lunarch Veteran to try to just go blue-white with Disturb, which, by the way, we did not see any Disturb cards, so I have a feeling blue-white Disturb is already being grabbed at. Timberland Guide's just good as a 2-drop 2/2, but then there's, like, not really any other creatures that are going to be showing up. I might end up having to pick the Lunarch Veteran afterwards anyways. Well, actually, no, that's the only way. If Lunarch Veteran comes back around, that's a huge signal. Yeah, we're just going to go to the Timberland Guide. This is a bad pack for us. Alright, Covetous Castaway. Beautiful. Mills cards to get our flashback, and any good cards we get milling, we can bring them back with Ghostly Castigator, which is also a 3/4 flyer off of Phantom Carriage. We have big flying threats to the point where Ominous Roost may be unnecessary entirely. Hopefully we get the Timberland Guide back. That is unlikely, in which case we grab... Also, Midnight Ambush, Jadar, all good if we end up going black, but I just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I'm also considering blue-black as a possibility, because we do have the Dreadhound, and if we got Olivia's, that would be powerful. But I think Covetous Castaway is good either way, and we can move on from there. Alright. We might end up going blue-black in the future, as we continue this draft, but I'm not going to commit to it just yet. Turn the Earth is another flashback card. It does gain us life. It does counter a lot of their flashback triggers. It does throw lands back in their library, which could suck for them. But I think this is going to rotate around, and Falcon Abomination is not, and we need creatures. Falcon Abomination is a great creature. Another flyer on the top end, and it adds a little zombie token should we find some value for it. Turn the Earth is actually a card that people rotate around, because not every deck wants it. It just so happens our deck is one of those decks. Join the Dance if I end up splashing that white. I think I want either Howl the Hunt or just Tireless Hauler as another big body. Startle could be a little card draw, a little token generation. My creatures don't really want to be going in. Like, I mean, I guess they do. I'll pick the Startle. I could see times where I'm not playing Tireless Hauler. I think Startle is always like a card that I could find a spot for. Alright. So do I want to go Dread's Revival and just keep going into hyper late game? Do I pick the Otherworldly Gaze and just commit to this? I don't think I need to commit to Ominous Roost. We have the 2 Phantom Carriages already. So I think... Yeah, so it's either Dread's Revival or Otherworldly Gaze. And it's just a question of which one fits our deck better. Because we already have a ton of late game with the Phantom Carriages and the Ominous Roost. And, you know, a Dread's Revival already. It's just a question of, does Otherworldly Gaze even fit in this deck? I'm going to say if it fits in any deck, it fits in this one. There's already 2 Secrets of the Keys. There's already a Tapping at the Window. There's value for it all. Flip the Switch is a great 3-drop. Outland Liberator is a better 2-drop. I think it's just too good of a 2-drop for me to pass this up. Lunar Veteran is pretty nice, but I think, yeah, we go with the Outland Liberator here. I really want a Shadow Beast sighting. I really want just... Rise of the Ants is actually... So, Rise of the Ants is like Shadow Beast sighting on steroids. It is bigger, stronger, gains you more life, gains you life in the first place. Like, Rise of the Ants is like Shadow Beast sighting, except better. I just didn't expect I'd get it because it's uncommon. Green is wide open, so we're going green no matter what. At this point, it might be green-black, honestly. I could Dawnheart Rejuvenator to make the black splash safer, or I could Diagraph Rebirth. Like, what am I even rebirthing? Can't rebirth Rise of the Ants. It is a flashback card for... But can rebirth... Okay, we're going to slide that as a sideboard to just see... Should the day ever come. This is a slower deck. I think this is a deck where Drownyard Amalgam can actually work. I might want the Rotten Reunion if we splash black, but I think that's not really our agenda right now. Timberland Guide. Hey! We actually got a 2-drop. That's good. And like I said, we'd get the Turn of the Earth back. I think I'm going to commit to this blue-green still. Well, if our green-black is just not there. So we have a ton of flashback stuff. Fameblade Breakin also signals that red was open, but I think our colors are pretty set. Curse of Leech is pretty nice. Love Me Then Dissipates. Love Me Then Dissipates. You know, this is a deck where Devious Cover-Up could actually work, I think. We're going to just pick what cards we can get, but this is a deck where Devious Cover-Up could actually work. Revenge of the Ground's just a great 4-drop card. We have 0 4-drops? That could be an issue. We have no Organ Hoarders, no Shadow Beast Sightings. Like, we want to pick every good 4... Never mind, we want to pick Slowgurk. Slowgurk the Overslime is an insane... Like, Eccentric Farmer's gonna mill, Otherworldly Gaze is gonna mill, Kylix Castaway's gonna mill, and otherwise it's just a 3-mana 3/3 Trampler. Like, I'd love the Shadow Beast Sighting, but this is Slowgurk the Overslime. This is a bomb. This is an absolute bomb. Oof. Ugh. I'm going to sideboard this Foul Play. See, again, if I end up splashing the black. My chances of splashing black are extremely low. But, like, with our colors drawing up, it might be good to do it. To, like, have the cards for it. Yep. I think that's a play, because we're just not getting cards. Another Eccentric Farmer. With the Slowgurk, I put that over Scab Wrangler. So, yeah, let's go with the Eccentric. Devious Cover-Up or Burdenmire? This is not a deck that needs Burdenmire. Devious Cover-Up, we don't have any 4-drops. We're holding up Revenge of the Drowned anyways. And this is actually a deck where Devious can be good. Alright. Bait Hook Angler, always happy to see. This is actually our only Disturb card, or one of 2 Disturb cards, which is sad, but also fine. Another Broodweaver, more 4-drops. Make it so we can actually get our curve. Yeah, no way we're splashing. I'll pick the Drownyard Amalgam in case we go super late, but chances are we're not. The Shadow Beast Sighting made it back around. Oh, man. Yeah, so we have too many playables, and we have to start figuring out what's getting pulled. Alright. Yeah, these aren't game played, so we just pick the one we just like visually, because that's all it is, really. Alright. And the last card is Shady Traveler. We'll do Shady. Alright. We have 9 cards to remove. That's a lot of cards. So let's just look at what our card draw is. So, our card draw is Secrets of the Key. Otherworldly Gaze sets us up. Eccentric Farmer I am counting as card draw. Startle is cycling. Recoil cycles. Yeah, we don't have much card draw. Unless you count the Phantom Carriages. We are going 17 lands because we have Rise of the Ants, Phantom Carriage. We have cards to get those lands for. Between Drownyard Amalgam and Tireless Hauler, we might be a deck that would rather have the Drownyard because of all of the flashback cards. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's count the cards that like to be in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one's going. That one we're just removing. 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 cards we like in our graveyard. We can go super late game if we want, with Drade's Revival and such. If we do, I think let's see, what cards should we remove then? Ominous Roost is pretty nice because it is just an additional flyer, but I'm not sure if it's necessary. I do like my Dissipates. I do like all my 2-drops that I have. It's the Otherworldly Gaze or the Secrets of the Key. One of those definitely is getting pulled. I think some of our 5-drops are getting pulled, whether it's the Tireless Hauler or the Drownyard Amalgam. So it's a 4-5 Vigilance or a 3-6. Which one's better to be holding up? A guaranteed 3-6 or a sometimes 6-6? I think we'll go one of each. Like, we do have 11 cards we want milled. I just don't know if that's how we want to mill them. I like Devious Cover-Up, but I think it might just not make it between Revenge of the Drowned, Broodweaver, and Shadow Beast. A-Bomb is a great 3-drop, but doesn't really fit in this deck. And if we need to cut 3-drops, I think it's A-Bomb first, then Ominous Roost. Dryad's Revival, maybe having 2 is too many. That's my guess. That 2 is probably too many. We do need to get rid of 6 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have good amount of 2-drops. I do like the Turn the Earth. It deals with their graveyard synergies, gains us life, and works with our synergies. So I do like the Turn the Earth. I think, yeah, with that, we'll actually knock out a Dryad's Revival and an Otherworldly Gaze. Alright. The Startle, we don't have much support for. Alright, 43 cards. Maybe we knock out a Phantom Carriage, say that all this value doesn't need more than 1 late game bomb, and we already have Rise of the Ants as another bomb. Yeah, I think so. Slogart can allow us to actually go hyper aggressive sometimes. 1 Secrets of the Key goes down. We just need to figure out what the last cards. Is Secrets really playable? In a deck this slow? Probably. It is our card draw, so if we get rid of it, we don't have card... We have so many graveyard stuff, you're right. Let's get rid of the Secrets of the Key. Thank you, Ace-Law. Thank you. So that does bring us to 40 cards. I'm just wondering if this is what we want. 13 creatures, 10 non-creatures. We do have... Like, okay, so let's see how many cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 cards that want to be in the grave, and 1, 2... I'm just trying to figure out 3, 4, 5, 6 cards to put them in there. This sealed. Thank you very much for coming by, but today I want to do some Magic the Gathering. I will do Rogue Legacy 2 runs on another day. Thank you so much for stopping by, but today will just be Magic the Gathering. Thank you for coming by. Sorry that it's not going to be for today. Have a nice day if you need to leave. If so, otherwise, I'm sticking around. Oof. So yeah, I like a Silverbolt. Out, like maybe we can cut a Timberland Guide to add more of the graveyard synergy, but I think this is fine. I'd rather have a 2-drop, a 2/2, than the Otherworldly Gaze when we don't have it. You know, let's get a second Drown Yard Amalgam. So we have 1/2. So we have this late game. Yep. Because the second Drown Yard Amalgam gives us more ways to mill these good cards. We have the Dryad's Revival and the Turn the Earth to help bring back any card we really want to keep protected, like Slogurk. And we have the Ominous Roost, so... Ominous Simic. It's so hard to find decent content on it, so I just got here from YouTube. Thank you very much for coming by. Hopefully there's still YouTube videos coming out and such. You can also... I know people don't like Twitch, but the videos are all on Twitch already, so if you want to just hop on Twitch, check my recent speedrun and stuff, that's good. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Hope for the best. Hope you find what you need to, Desild. I'm assuming that's how I pronounce the name, but yeah. Alright, I think this is our deck. We'll definitely play with it a little bit, but this is a deck that little changes here and there are going to make a major impact. Like my Dissipate, like my Devious Cover-Up. Okay, we go first. We have a Silverbolt. We have a very slow hand, but starts with a kill spell, and it ends with a Shadow Beast sighting. So, I'm gonna take it. We have a lot of 2-drops and a lot of other creatures of, like, naturally large sizes. So, I should be fine. Hey, another... I see you are a person of culture. Beautiful. Timberland Guide. I'm going to hold up the Dissipate and the Silverbolt. And I'm going to let them attack and land 2 damage on me before I Silverbolt. Or I could Silverbolt, encourage them to play a 3-drop into Shadow Beast sighting. I think if Shadow Beast sighting gets countered, it's generally fine. Oof. But they're holding up 4 mana, which makes the Shadow Beast hard to play. Alright. We found a sacrifice. Oh, man. Oh, that was like... That was the perfect mill, I feel. Double Ghast? Yep. Expected as much. Alright. So if they try to exile, we can throw their 2-drop back in their deck, and our Silverbolt back in. Gain ourselves some health. Alright. I'm gonna, yeah, just play my Shadow Beast sign, get myself a big enough creature to deal with the Augur of Autumn. Alright, so next turn we have 6 for Phantom Carriage, 7 for Shadow Beast sighting, and then probably 8 for Rise of the Ants. So we're doing great right now. We definitely went very slow, but so did our opponent. I probably could have attacked with Eccentric Farmer through the Augur of Autumn, but this plays around the Drown card, whatever the 4-mana card is. I want to say Drown the Lock, but that's not it. Burly Breaker. That's a scary one. Alright. Fortunately, I will be playing a card every turn, so that Burly Breaker will not be gained through. That being said, the Augur of Autumn needs to go. Alright. Well, we Phantom Carriage. And which one do I want to put in my grave? Covetous Castaway gives us another big creature. There's nothing I really want on Dryad's Revival right now. So yeah, I'm going to get myself a Ghostly Castigator and get myself even more late game shenanigans. If they attack with a Burly Breaker, I will double block with the 2 on the ground to try to force him to... No, I could triple block, make sure it dies. They don't have white for the... Yeah, they don't have white for the... I can't think of the effect. Flare of Faith. Flare of Faith. They don't have white for Flare of Faith, which is a positive for me. Oof. The Churn of the Earth is not getting its work right now, but this is also... They also haven't thrown anything in the graveyard yet. Next turn I could Covetous and Bait Hook, get myself a good air game. Okay. Well, they can't attack. We know that for sure. Alright. That's really good for them because now they have Coven. Yeah, if they attack with Burly Breaker, I'm 100% happy. Alright. Well, they are out of cards, but with all the lands we drew, we're basically out of cards as well. Alright. So, I like playing the 3-4 plus the Bait Hook Angler. I mean, I'm definitely playing this 3-4. It's the question of, do I play the Bait Hook Angler? I'm definitely putting the Fan Carriage back. I like the Silverbolt back as well. Alternatively, I can Otherworldly Gaze. Get myself more cards in my grave. No, I think I need to start actually playing them. Make myself a threat that's hard to address. Next turn I get a Rise of the Ants. And the turn after, we Otherworldly Gaze for some actual solutions. We just figure it all out. Alright. Yep. Okay, I can shuffle their Evolving Wilds back into their deck. Which, yeah. The Evolving Wilds is a card they don't want to draw. Okay. Suddenly they have Flare of Faith. Alright. Yeah, the Augur of Autumn does cause a lot of wrinkles in my plan. Just having that... Like, so in case anyone's wondering, this card, as long as they can play lands from the top of the library, as long as they have Coven, they also play creatures. So they have a lot of resources that aren't obvious. Alright. Let's see. I mean, this is the obvious trade, but so obvious that there has to be a trap. This is so obvious that there has to be a trap. Is that even a problem, though, if they have a trap? This plays around Startle. I'll take 3 damage. Yeah, +1 to the whole team. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's still very bad, but we still kill them. I don't really care about the Harvest Hide. I want to make sure the Burly Breaker's gone. I want to make sure the Nimbleguest is gone. They can Flare of Faith, gain a triple kill with Burly Breaker, but then I have Rise of the Ants, and I'm not exactly in a bad position anymore. I'm still not in a bad position. They only have 2 cards in hand. I have all this Bomb of the Grave. What is Flare of Faith? Flare of Faith is a 2-mana spell, costs a white and 1, that gives a creature +2/+2, or if it's a human, which Burly Breaker is, it gets +3/+3 and indestructible. So it would blow me out, basically being a 3-for-1 here, and I'd also take 3 like, it would blow me out. But I needed to play into it to try to kill the Burly, because this Burly Breaker needs to die. This Burly Breaker needs to die. And the fact that they haven't played it yet tells me it's not Flare of Faith, because it would be obvious if they used Flare of Faith. Yeah, never seen that card. Makes sense, because it's not a standard card. It's a limited powerhouse. And the fact that they splashed in... The thing is, they've only splashed in white, as far as I can tell. Maybe it's... Yeah, no, it's... They did not splash in green. They splashed in white. And I don't think you splash in just Flare of Faith. Alright, Defend the Celestis was the card. Alright. So that was their plan. Got it. Alright. Well, I'll start with a Rise of the Ants. Well, that still blew me out, effectively, with Nebelgast. The card that I need is back in my deck, so I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep, so that next turn, I will Overworldly Gaze to try to get to my 4/4 flyer. But yeah, now the Nebelgast is a threat. Thank you, Defend the Celestis. Also, their Augur of Autumn is still triggering, which is very bad for me. I will be blocking the Harvesttide Sentry. If they attack, they do not. They do not have a combat trick. Not anymore. Oh! These are powerful, terrifying cards. Drowning Amalgam does not help me here. Ominous Roost. It gets me a 1/1 flyer, and then it's gone. That was not a comforting draw. Alright, 6. Now I have to play Shadow Beast Sighting. Well, Tolvar's Huntmaster is an amazing bomb. I do have a kill for it, but I didn't draw it in time. Rootwell Creeper can get back my Rise of the Ants, but this Nebelgast is going to be blowing me out right now. I'll probably be playing Churn the Earth just to get myself into a better position, just to gain myself life, because they have lethal if they try for it. Ugh. Yeah, if they swing with all, they have lethal. I have to Turn the Earth defensively, which doesn't feel good. And yeah, I have 2 counter spells in this deck. I mean, look, I played an Otherworldly Gaze to hit 3 lands. That's not a good thing. I think that's just variance. All right. Well. Let's see. And I take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I can't do that. Take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I survive at very little health, but I survive. Alright, we're throwing back their Evolving Wilds. And yeah, I think I throw back their Timberland Guide because it's not a good card for them. And my graveyard, I'll throw back the Ominous Roost. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Play it again. And the Drowning Amalgam doesn't help us enough, so we're just going to submit 0, gain 2 life. Alright, well, Turn the Earth did not perform. Otherworldly Gaze basically did. So I'm going to switch out the Turn the Earth for another Otherworldly Gaze, I think. Because I could play Otherworldly Gaze at any time, Turn the Earth I can't. And that is a big difference. Well, we drew 10 lands. Technically 13 if you count the islands. Alright, well I definitely like pull out the Churn the Earth, put in another Otherworldly Gaze. The Nebelgast blowout did hit me hard. But I really think just having Turn the Earth stuck in my hand while I drew lands was really my death knell. So I need to take care of that now. Alright. Got Turn the Earth. Devious Cover-Up would not have been bad there. Do I want the Falcon Abomination as another... You know what? I think I want to trade out the Johnny Amalgam for another Phantom Carriage. Just having that flyer is so huge, and it basically has the same effect of milling, but in a better form. Alright. I think this is how we want to do it. Just those little changes. Remove a Drowning Amalgam, remove the Churn the Earth, put in another Otherworldly Gaze, another Phantom Carriage. We put in the cards that perform. Alright. So we have an Otherworldly Gaze to start us off. We have another Otherworldly Gaze if we don't draw what we need. And we then have the Eccentric Farmer. Like, so when we get mill our lands, we get our lands back, which is beautiful. Yeah, this Otherworldly Gaze is perfectly fine in this deck. So I'll mill lands, and I want to get a 2-drop on top of my deck. Yep, we're milling all 3. Alright. What are you doing? I'm playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. So I'm just trying to... Yeah, I'm going to play this Otherworldly Gaze in my graveyard. I'm basically setting up my deck for what I want to draw. Alright. Alright. Got it. I think this is how I want to do it. I want to draw the Ominous Roost first. There we are. So now I get to play Ominous Roost, which makes it so that when I play these cards in my grave later, I get 1/1 birds. These birds are going to be my win condition. Next turn I get a Eccentric Farmer, pull back a land. I get a Forest worst case, get a Island best case, play Otherworldly Gaze, and keep moving forward. Alright. There's the island. There we go. And now we have an Otherworldly Gaze ready. The bird cannot block except in the air, so we just attack in. Next turn, I Otherworldly Gaze. Make sure to hit a land so I can play Covetous Coastly Castigator, get a 3/4 flyer and a 1/1 flyer. So that's going to be a great positive. They do have Coven, but it's pretty expensive. Alright, I want to hit a land. I think, yeah, I throw away... Do I throw away any of these? So I could play Island. Covetous Castaway, get Slogurk. Yeah, I don't... I'm going to throw away the Devious Cover-Up. Slogurk is a good card in my deck, so I don't want to exactly put it into my library. Well, actually, here. I'm going to play Covetous Castaway, which is going to give me throw cards from my grave back into my deck. So I just decide what are the 3 best cards. Slogurk's great. Phantom Carriage is great. And yeah, we'll put the Devious Cover-Up back in as well. There we are. Next turn, I could Root Coil Creeper and hold up the Otherworldly Gaze. Actually, hold up. I'm going to put a stop on my upkeep. I could Otherworldly Gaze on my upkeep, making sure I draw a land so I could Shadow Beast Sighting. I think that's better. And because of that, I'm going to let their Shadow Beast through. Congratulations, you dealt 4 damage to me. I'm going to be dealing much more in return. Yep. And I would have gotten blown out if I blocked anyways. So wow. They're still blowing me out. Yeah, that is quite the blowout. But I have cards that can deal with that. Alright. I'm gonna start with this. Give myself another flyer. Alright. I want the land. The Silverbolt doesn't work right now. The Slogurk I can put in my grave, so I can pull it back with Dryad's Revival later. I like that. Alright, bring it to main. Shadow-based Sighting isn't the best here, but it's good enough. Alright. These two get through. We continue our pressure here. Unfortunately, we cannot block that 5/5 because the Dawnheart Mentor's Coven is preventing it. We have to basically kill the 1/1 first. We have to stop their Coven triggers before I can kill the 5/5. Alright. So that is an issue. We definitely want more kill spells, but, you know, any land... If I double block, I force them to spend their 6 mana on Coven. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would force them to spend their 6 mana on Coven. I could then Root Coil... I could Dryad's Revival, Slogurk. Or I can Root Coil... Dryad's... Yeah, I can Root Coil... It does slow them down, and they have a lot of things they could be doing. It's a tough call. Oh my gosh, why is this card keep showing up? So in case you're wondering, this card is absolutely insane. So, seeing that multiple times really sucks. Oh, wait. So I could Dryad's Revival, Silverbolt, and cast it. Yeah, Silverbolt, cast, kill the Tolvar Huntmaster. And we're just killing it now. We're not waiting. So next turn, we slow them down. If we draw another land, we can Rise of the Ants. We're not finding an opportunity for this Root Coil creature, which is bad. The Ominous Roost is acting as a win condition. That is good. Alright. 5. I think I just lost. So let's see. If I block here, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I have to block. If I block here, they 1, 2, 3. I survive at 1 health. Yep, Dawnheart Mentor is acting as their win condition, and I couldn't get around it. Yep. We survive with a little health remaining, but we're in a very bad spot, and it's only getting worse thanks to Dawnheart Mentor. Have to Rise of the Ants. Again, these birds cannot block. They can only block creatures with flying, which none of these are. They just swing in again, and that's lethal. Unfortunate. And they draw the Revenge of the Drowned, which I could not. But they can't... Oh, it doesn't matter. I was going to say, now they can't buff with Dawnheart Mentor. Doesn't matter. They have all the damage they need. So yeah, I'm just not going fast enough, even though... Like... I mean, I guess I got a slow start, but I don't think it was that slow. I need to relook at my deck, because I just keep getting tempoed out. Do I just not have removal? I mean, I guess I only have the silver... Yeah, I got no duel for dominances. I got no removal. Yeah. That's my issue. Let me go check, see if I have any removal I can bring in. I think the Startle is necessary. Which means knock out the Phantom Carriage once more. Yeah, I think the Startle is necessary, just as a little more. The Devious Cover-Up needs the Falcon Abomination. Okay, yeah, we just need lower curve, stronger early game, because we are just getting wrecked right now. You always want to go at least 3 wins, and we are currently 0-2. Alright, well, we have Otherworldly Gaze, we have a Startle or another Otherworldly Gaze, we have a Eccentric Farmer. If we draw a 2-drop, we're good. Which, also I should note, that I had the opportunity to Otherworldly Gaze into just any 2-drop. I have 6 of them, and I did not get them in time. Alright. I really like the turn 3 Slogurk. I think I throw away the Dissipate. Yeah, because I can turn 3 Slogurk, then turn 4 Eccentric Farmer, and, like, Slogurk gets some good value. Timberland Guide on turn 2. Dryad's Revival if I ever need the Dissipate again. Let's get Timberland Guide top. Yeah, Otherworldly Gaze is definitely proving itself worth some time. It is very much a card that is... like, not every deck wants it, but I think enough decks want it. I've been convinced. Alright. That Harvest Height Sentry gets 1 attack in. So they have to have Moongrazer Slash. Or they have to start doing some real sacrifices to kill this Slogurk. Alright. We just need to hit 1 land. There it is. Might have to trade with the Shadow Beast, unfortunately. I do want to make sure the tempo doesn't get out of hand. But I also want to use the Startle if I can. I'm going to let it through. Slogurk's only going to get bigger from here on out. And... like, I could Startle next turn. I could Dryad's Revival. The Ominous Roost or something of that nature. I'm going to start with the Covetous Castaway, because this can block and make Slogurk bigger. Yeah, I like that. I have a Startle ready, in case they have some sort of combat trick. I have the Otherworldly Gaze ready. I have options. I will block with a Bounding Wolf on its Eccentric Farmer on the Bounding Wolf, then shrink the Bounding Wolf, I think. That's my plan. The attack with just the 4/4, I block with Covetous, Slogurk becomes bigger. Attack with either of these 3-drops, I block with Eccentric Farmer, and then I Startle, and my Eccentric stays around. Is the plan. We'll see if they have anything to say about it. So now we mill 3 cards. If a land's in there. Yep, 2 lands. Slogurk gets even bigger. Awesome. Ardent Elementalist brings back nothing. Oh, Shadow... do they have a Shadow Beast in their grave? Huh, I didn't even notice. Alright. First things first, we attack with our big 6/6. 3, 4, 5. We have 6 mana. So I can Dryad's Revival up the Dissipate if I really want to. Otherwise, I can Broodweaver to threaten a block on the Beast. Oh yeah, of course they have it. They have that Beast. So I think I Broodweaver to threaten a block on the Beast and have Otherworldly Gaze available to myself. Next turn I have Covetous, Castaway, other options. I can now return Slogurk to my hand if they have a combat trick, and it will give me a bunch of lands in the process. But I'd rather just have the 6/6 on the field right now, of course. Alright, so they get attacked with Harvest Hide. The attack with the Beast, I'm okay double block. I'm happy to double block. Land gets removed. Otherworld... yeah, we're just dumping this. Now we have another Otherworldly Gaze. Alright. I think I actually... Okay, so I have 8 cards, or 8 mana. I could attack with Slogurk. I could then Otherworldly Gaze and Revenge of the Drowned if it doesn't work out. Blocks with everything. Cool. I'm going to actually put the Shaman in between. Otherworldly Gaze. I'm happy drawing the Recoil Creeper. And we Revenge of the Drowned, one of the beasts. There we are. Now we survive that, and we have... So they need to get 2 more creatures for Coven on Harvesthide, and then I just have a reach creature, a big 8/8 Slogurk that even if they have a kill spell for, yep, Slogurk did the job. Slogurk finished the game where I need it to, which is good. It needs to finish 2 games for this to be an okay draft. Alright, well we have a Liberator. The question is, do I want to start... Oh, I want to start with Recoil Creeper, add mana to play both of them next turn. Alright. Or I could use that to play a Centric Farmer. They're holding up Olivia's Midnight Ambush, it's my guess. It's not... It's a bigger threat than Timberland Guide, but it's not a big enough threat to... Like, this stops them from holding up 3 mana, do nothing this turn, which is really what I want. Yep, forces a kill spell. I am happy with that. Alright. Play the Eccentric Farmer. Awesome. Drew a land at the very end. Just gave me some tension first. I could... If they don't kill my Eccentric Farmer, I could turn it into a 3/4 Timberland... Sorry. I could turn this into a 3/4 Timberland Guide, so it could attack through the Larder Zombie. And then I have resources elsewhere. I want to get rid of that, but I don't think it's worth Silver Bolting when I have an opportunity to apply pressure. And, like, a lot of pressure. They only have 1 mana, so... Gonna be good pressure. Alright, so they run renewing my Otherworldly Gaze. Perfectly fine. Yeah, if they choose to play nothing this turn, to turn day to night, I will play a land. Silverbolt. It will play around Flip the Switch, and it will possibly flip the Suspicious Stowaway back. They threw away their own Phantom Carriage. Yep. Alright. So I'm going to play the Silverbolt. Do you have the Flip the Switch? Nope. Yeah. Just get rid of it now. Because, yeah, this card will become more and more card advantage. I just want to get rid of it ASAP. They use the kill spell. Alright, that's fine. I didn't have any big scary creatures in there yet. So they remove... Yeah, exactly. All the cards they really want to remove are already gone. So I could... Okay. So Phantom Carriage, I would like eventually... But this turn I get Ominous Roost Shadow Beast Sighting. Turn it to day in case they have any other werewolves. And apply enough pressure. They do get a Rotten Reunion, the Shadow Beast Sighting. But then, like, I have Recoil Creeper to respond to that. I also have that 4/4. I also then get to Phantom Carriage to pull out my... Ants. My Revenge of the Ants. Okay. I'm going to start by attacking with a 4/4. This does give them the opportunity to, of course, use Ron Reunion to kill my Shadow Beast, but I think this is worth the while. I will kill their Diregraph Horde first, so that the ants can get through. Alright. I think with this situation, I probably just play the Shadow Beast sighting. It plays better around counter spells. It gives me another... I didn't attack with the bird. That was my fault. Yeah, these birds have nothing to do but attack. Yep, so now they have to Ron Reunion a card that's not the Flashback. They thought I could flash it. So this was their misunderstanding. They thought they could flash back and then get a card. So they thought they could flash it back and, like, I could pay the flashback cost and then they could exile it, but that's not how the system works. Alright. So we're starting by attacking. We're pulling those two back. Alright, cool. I'm killing the... Yeah, I'm killing the Diregraph Horde. That way my Rise of the Ants can get through. Very smart on their part. Very resourceful. But they're getting low on health. I could Phantom Carriage. It is riskier, but... it threatens near lethal in the air. And I already have 19 health. Do you have the counterspell? No. So cool thing is, I can actually put in the bait hook. Ooh, yes, yes. I like that. So I can put in either the bait hook 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I like this. So I'm going to put the bait hook angler in my grave. And I'm going to use Root Coil Keeper to cast it immediately. The Ominous Roost triggers, giving me a 1/1 bird. I now have 8 damage in the air. Plus all my threats on the ground. They need like a board sweeper, which the only one I can think of is Meat Hook Massacre, which will sweep their board as well. The attack with Diregraph Horde, I will take 3. Ah, getting rid of all the tokens. That does buy them 1 churn, but only 1 churn. Oh. 2, 3, 4. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. Yep, double block there. At this point, I'm going to kill the larder zombie. I want to kill their ability to tap things and get card advantage. Yep, force them to start using it now. Alright, so they like what's on top. And I can always use Root Coil Creeper's ability to get myself a Shadow Beast sighting if I need it. Alright. Yep. I mean, so here's the thing. They need some pump spells to make sure this actually kills. And my birds are doing the job anyways, so I'm just going to block everything. Then I'm going to exile this, get myself a Shadow Beast sighting again. Just to make sure I always have enough pressure. And this time, Ominous Roost did the job. Good job, Ominous Roost. Ominous Roost. Which is funny, because with Rise of the Ants, I'm actually going back to 10 health effectively. Why are they flashing back? Oh, the Bloodline cooling. Nice. Well, now I flash this back. Get myself another bird, so I threaten lethal in the air again. So they got themselves another churn. They keep buying themselves 1 additional churn. It's really good on their part, but they only have so many resources. That doesn't deal with the problem in the air. They still have to deal with something in the air, or they just lost. Alright. Those are some good cards to have as their final cards. But yeah, this, again, gives them one additional churn. But that additional churn... Like, they had to play 2 cards to give themselves 1 additional churn. But it was just 1 churn. They did not find what they needed. And the Hukant Drifter does its job. Man, getting a 1-mana 1/2 off of the Phantom Carriage being the correct play is just... That feels good. We go first. We have Ominous Roost. We have lands. I don't like mulliganing in Limited. But yeah, Otherworldly Gaze in this position is actually a great card, especially when you have so many cards in the grave that support it. So, I've been really liking it. I will startle for card draw if I feel the need to. I do not feel the need to. Alright. Next turn I get a hold up 4 mana. Either Startle or Revenge on the Drowned, depending on what I feel like. Or I could just block their Outlaw and attack him with my bird. Alright. Attacking with the bird. I have both Revenge and Startle held up. It looks like a counterspell. Ah. Nice. If they kill me with Triskaidekaphile, I am impressed. Then I am impressed. I am willing to not make it to 3 wins because I died to Triskaidekaphile. Alright. I will be revenging the Shade Traveler if they do no other plays. It's expensive. It's going to the bottom of their library. It means they can't menace through me. Gives me a 2/2 zombie. All that's good stuff. Alright. You holding me up. Let's see what else you got. Nothing? Okay. Got my Covetous Castaway set up. That's sick. I get to put the Revenge of the Drowned back in my deck. If they don't have Rotten Reunion or something. They put that on the top of their deck. I feel that's a bad decision. Alright, so they defenestrate that. Oof. So I can put the Amalgam and my Revenge of the Drowned back in the deck. It will also apply 4 damage in the air, thanks to the Covetous Castaway. Or I could just Phantom Carriage, get a 4/4, and still get that huge threat in the air. I think I like the Carriage, because it also allows me to put a card in my grave. Anything in my grave that's worth Dryad's Revival? Nope. Alright. I'm going to grab the Baithook Angler, because it's another creature that I can just pull out Flashback and get my Ominous Roost triggering. Alright, so they have a lot of card draw. So they are the late game deck. Like, tenfold. They love the late game. Alright, the problem is they're not leaving mana open, so I gotta just start playing creatures. And they don't really have... They have to have like a Meat Hook Massacre or something like that. I'm putting the Revenge of the Drowned. And... No, I don't even want to draw the Drownyard Amalgam. I'm just playing the Revenge of the Drowned back. That's it. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage in the air. Unless they have Meat Hook Massacre. Like, I feel like if it's not Meat Hook Massacre, we're just gonna slaughter them in the air. If they attack, I'd probably just take it. Like, I'm just gonna end my turn next turn, I think. I might even let it transform tonight. Alright. So they get their clue token. Are they leaving up mana to hold up a counterspell of some sort? Or are they just going to tap out again? Because as long as they're tapping out, Triska Decaphile isn't a solution. Curse of Surveillance isn't a good card. Like, all their cards fall apart when they just keep tapping out. Alright. Like, they have a fine deck. I just feel like they're playing it pretty poorly. I actively don't want to let their Bait of Angler create a creature. Alright. I get a Rise of the Ants and still hold up a Startle. Or I can Shadow Beast Sighting, get myself another 1/1. I want Rise of the Ants. It gains me life. Alright. So they're drawing, trying to find an out. Which, it literally... Meat Hook Massacre isn't even enough anymore, I don't think. Alright. Good game. Yep, Ominous Roost just applying all the airborne pressure. Add in the... Yeah, all the flyers. Like, that's how I win. Did its job. Alright. Opponent goes first, so we have more draws out of land. Bait Hook Angler, a Startle, possibly. Falcon Abomination to go behind it. Yeah, so if we draw a land, we are good. We have 2 more draws out of land. So... Got it. I think if they attack, I let it hit, so I could swing in with my Bait Hook Angler, and possibly deal 2 damage myself, and then I have a Eccentric Farmer. Take it. They're holding up a counterspell. I'd rather have the Eccentric Farmer countered over the Falcon Abomination. Awesome. I got Rise of the Ants behind it. Next turn I actually play the island first, I think, just in case I need to worry about Dissipate. Yep. Yeah, I like this. Gives me a little more pressure. If they really want Devious cover up a Startle, all for it. Alright, flips the switch on a Startle. Bait Hook Angler or Root Coil Creeper? Root Coil Creeper gets me... more power on the board. That's all I need to know. They are stuck on land in the weirdest way. I have a feeling we don't know what... Yeah, we don't know what their other color is. If they're mono blue... Like, in this format, going monocolor, I feel is just stunting yourself a little too much. Oh yeah, next turn I get a Falcon Abomination while holding up Dissipate. Thanks to Root Coil Creeper. Alright. Good card on their part. And we now know their color. They're red. I can Slogurk holding up Dissipates. Or I can Slogurk Falcon Abomination and be happy. I think I like that one a little more. Just applies a lot of pressure. Or applies a lot of potential pressure at the very least. Whew. We are running out of cards, but we have the Dissipate, we have the Drade's Revival, we have the Rise of the eventual Rise of the Ants. We have the Slogurk, which if they kill, gets me the force for my Rise of the Ants. And then we could Drade's Revival later. Like, we have options. And I like it. Yeah. They have a lot of create decay tokens and take advantage of them, though it's not always the most... Alright, so they tap down Slogurk. If I ever get 3 counters, I get returned to my hand and get all those triggers, so I'm happy with this. If they attack with a Drownyard Amalgam, I get attack in with everything. Alright. Well, if they attack... Alright. So they'll land. And that means I get to Rise of the Ants. So now their Drownyard Amalgam is stuck blocking, and I could start going airborne. I think, yeah, we start with the Eccentric Farmer. Get ourselves more cards in our grave. Awesome. I actually want the island. Alright. It needs 3 counters to become maxed out. So I get a Bait Hook Angler, and I get a Hold Up a Dissipate. I like that. I also hold up using Root Coil Creeper to bring back my Rise of the Ants. Alright. Pass the turn for now. And I think if we didn't hold up a Dissipate, this would be a much harder to do. That's okay. We are happy with Hook Drifter. They can't attack with Drownyard Amalgam, so they only attack with Storm Skrillex. Alright. Question is, do I res back Rise of the Ants with this mana? I think the answer is yes. It's definitely not an easy play to make. They have a kill spell, is my guess. Probably another Moonrazor Slash. Drade's Revival can bring back the Dissipate when I need to use it. You could also bring back the Brood Reaver right now. Get myself a reaching blocker. Yeah, if I don't play Rise of the Ants, I tell them I have a big threat coming up, and that's, I think, actually worse. They have Revenge of the Drowned, is my guess. They have Revenge of the Drowned, the 4-mana bounce a card spell. So, if they have Devious Cover-Up, do I care? I mean, I guess with Storm Skrillex, they could be holding up a 5-mana spell. Burn the Accursed. I don't care about most of these. The Dissipate, I want to hold up the Dissipate, but I don't think I can. I don't think it's worth. So, they need to play their trick right now. Alright, they did not. So I'm just going to wait, and then probably next turn I'm going to just start swinging in with absolutely everything. They get a block and do some chump and force some chump trading, and they realize the inevitability I had. So we only have 1 color, but we have 1 drop, 2 drop, hold up a Dissipate, and we hold up the Silverbolt at the same time. So yeah, this is why I love Silverbolt. I get to hold up a kill spell and a Dissipate at the same time. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, they've... Alright. Congratulations, they get a tap of permanent. But we have a Silver Bolt and Dissipate ready for whatever they do next. If they attack for 1, then I get an attack for 2. So, I'd say that's a fair trade. Arrogant Outlaw. So I could Silver Bolt that. Yeah, I think that's better to Silver Bolt. Yep, I get a Dissipate and Otherworldly Gaze, so we're just not playing anything this turn either. Because now they have there's an uncommon vampire that's a 3/4 flyer that would make me discard a card after it deals damage. So now I get to play around that. And right now we look like mono blue, but the Otherworldly Gaze will hopefully get me to my forests. Diagraph Horde. I don't want to deal with a Diagraph Horde. Yep. Do I want 2 forests is the question. Gets me 5, so I get to play Outland Liberator. Let me view my deck. I'm going to get rid of one of the forests. And yes, it's going to flip back to day, but I'm okay with that. And I have a kill for any artifacts or enchantments. And if they let flip back to night, I get more kills. Alright, so they tap down the Covetous Castaway, which means that they probably want to swing in. I'm okay blocking with the Liberator. Yeah, I'm okay double blocking, and then they startle, kill the Baithook Angler. My Baithook Angler then gets to be played. Lord of the Forsaken. Oof. No Silverbolt Rise of the Ants. No, what I was trying to do. So, I'm trying to figure out what I could Dread's Revival to deal with this. To use to deal with this. Too much. This thing has Trample as well. This card. So this is one of those bombs that win you games, and we need to find an answer to it, like now. It might actually be Dread's Revival to bring back Otherworldly Gaze, so I can cast it twice to get myself my answer. Until then, I actually really like Dread's Revival Dissipate. Tell them, yeah, I'm holding up a counterspell, deal with it. Oof. But yeah, this might be the game that kills me unless I find the answer for Lord of the Forsaken. Which is a big 6-mana 6/6. Oof. I want them to kill my Covetous Castaway. They target my Dread's Revival? Okay. Are they targeting my Rise of the Ants as well? Alright. Will make sense. They now have ways to exile cards in graveyards. I found it, guys. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I just end my turn. They're going to tap my Outlined Liberator, and then I just block with the other two. Yep, and I have Revenge of the Drowned plus No, I'm 1 mana off Revenge of the Drowned plus Dissipate. If they play a card, then I resume my turn. But otherwise, I want them to run Reunion. Yeah, so I want them to attack with Lord of the Forsaken, then I Revenge of the Drowned, and then when they try to play it another time, I get rid of it. So I can't... Yeah, I can't dissipate... I can't do it now. I have to wait for them to attack, for their card draw to trigger, for them to be unable to play Lord of the Forsaken now. So this has to hit or I'm done. If this misses, game over already. If they have a Dissipate, they have a Dissipate. Good game. I did not have enough lands to hold up my own Dissipate in response. And I need the Dissipate to kill the Lord of the Forsaken anyways. Alright. Game's technically not over. Broodweaver gets to block the Lord of the Forsaken for 1 turn. And then, yeah, this 6 mana, 6/6 Trampler, they just exiled my kill spell that can actually deal with it. And that's game. Yep. Just the Lord of the Forsaken, 4 Sweens. Because 6 mana, 6/6 Trampler is good enough. Oh well, this was a deck that nearly went 0-3. And instead, it got 4 wins. And 4 wins is enough. So it costs 1,500 gems to enter, and we got 1,400 gems and 3 packs back. So we won in all terms. The deck definitely lacked removal. That was a devastating kill, that it had no removal. But really, if I want more removal, it'd be the Devious Cover-Up. I'd have to pull out probably the, Drownyard Amalgam, maybe? Yeah, pull out the Drownyard, put in the Devious Cover-Up. Not sure if that's where I want to be. Turn the Earth just isn't always playable. Secrets of the Key is a lot of mana expenditure, and there are so many ways to spend mana in this format, it's probably not going to work. Otherworldly Gaze surprised me. If you have a deck with a lot of Disturb cards and Flashback, Otherworldly Gaze can be in other non-Ominous Roost decks. The ability to just go turn 1, I'm going to filter through my... This is a tough hand. I'm just going to play Otherworldly Gaze to filter through my deck. Turn 2, oh, I have no play still. Okay, I'm just going to filter even further through my deck and get a bunch of Disturb triggers all set up. The fact that it's both a turn 1 and a turn 2 play actually felt really good. The Recoil Creeper, Slogurk won me a game because, of course, Slogurk wins games. Centric Farmers were great. Dryad's Revival was okay. Definitely glad I only played 1 and not 2. Ominous Roost won me games because the Flying Threat. Phantom Carriage won me games because Flying Threats. Broodweaver kind of underperformed. Yeah. With all of my flyers, with Falcon Abomination, Ominous Roost, and Phantom Carriage, Broodweaver underperformed. So that was an issue I needed to address earlier. I needed more kill spells. I only had Silverbolt and Revenge of the Drowned, as well as these 2 counter spells. So that was our issue. No removal. And we still got 4 wins, which makes me happy. Alright. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the draft. I hope you all have a wonderful day.